Lucifer himself will be present on the planet during the end times in the body of a human being. That man is the Antichrist. The Antichrist is an embodiment of Lucifer. And you have to remember that Lucifer is an angel, a powerful angel, a very real angel. And he needs a human body to be on this planet. So what kind of body do you think Lucifer would take? Do you think it would be some skinny old man like Barack Obama, or Tony Blair, Joe Biden, or someone like Donald Trump? Or do you think Lucifer would need a fine, strong, impressive, powerful specimen of a body to be present here on earth? And of course, the latter is true. And I believe that is exactly why Dwayne Johnson has created this phenomenal physique. Is because he will be housing the power of Lucifer. He will be embodied. Lucifer will be embodied in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is the Antichrist. I'm going to keep asserting this because I know it's true. And of course people will say, well, you think it's true. You just think like everybody else thinks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to be persistent about this. But I promise you, I know that this is true. I know that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the Antichrist, the man of lawlessness, the man of sin, the son of perdition, whatever you want to call him. He is the man, and he is worming his way into the hearts of the world. So he's adored by millions, billions of people. I can tell when someone's acting. When I was a young boy, I was always telling lies. I was lying all the time. I was like an expert liar when I was a young boy. And now I can spot someone who's lying from a mile away. I can see it in their face. I can see it in their eyes. And I look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and I watch his speeches. I listen to what he's saying. I listen to the clever hypnotic language he uses. He uses clever communication techniques, psychological techniques, hypnotic techniques, NLP. He uses very clever techniques to get people feeling, thinking about him in a certain way.
I care about you. I am listening to you. This is our country. You are all my people. And I take full responsibility and full accountability for something that has been hundreds of years of systemic disease. Why am I taking full accountability? Because I am your leader. I'm your leader, and I'm going to do everything I can to make this right. And I'll tell you what, you give me some trust, you give me some time, you give me some effort, you give me some love. I'm right there with you, and together we're going to make this right. Together we're going to create that change. Together we're going to normalize equality. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it together.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
When the torch is shone upon the shadows, then whatever is hiding in the shadows can no longer hide. There is nowhere to run to. So what I'm doing with my videos about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is the Antichrist, and I've been studying him for many years, and I can absolutely guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, and this will be proved in time, what I've been doing with my videos about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is just shining a light on him and getting people to consider that this man might be lying, might be deceiving, might be putting on an act of being the nicest man in the world, a man who cares, a man of goodness, generosity, kindness and gratitude. Very good actor, a politician. And of course Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is venturing into politics slowly but surely, and slowly but surely he will find his way into the White House, because all the propaganda is there in his speeches, in his television program called Young Rock. He is positioning himself to take the role of the American president. So defeating the Antichrist, it sounds like such a grand statement, such a grand idea. And you know, it says in the Thessalonians, I've got it just here, I'll read it to you. It says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, "And then the lawless one will be revealed." The lawless one is the Antichrist. "Then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will slay with the breath of his mouth and annihilate by the majesty of his arrival." For the Lord Jesus will slay the Antichrist with the breath of his mouth. Now, of course, you can imagine some kind of superhero scenario where fire comes out of the mouth of Jesus and the Antichrist is, blown to smithereens or whatever. But what I believe this is telling us is that it is by revealing the Antichrist, by speaking about him, shining a light on him, that makes it impossible for him to continue. It makes it impossible for the Antichrist to continue his deception when everyone is looking at him, analysing him, looking for the cracks in his performance, really questioning, is this man genuine? Is this man really who he seems to be? It's my little dog there. Doesn't like airplanes. Very musical dog. Queenie! Shh. So, it's by shining a light upon the Antichrist, speaking about him, revealing him to the world, and encouraging people to be suspicious, be cynical, be questioning of, is this man for real? Is this man really too good to be true? Because he is. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is too good to be true because he's an actor. He's a politician. He's a liar. And he wants everyone to love him. Remember that it says in the Bible that the Antichrist will be so convincing that he could even deceive the elect. He could even deceive the elect. I wonder how many Christians there are in America at the moment who are looking forward to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson becoming American president, who think he's a great guy, who are inspired by him, who think he's a man of power, a man who can make things happen, get things done, change society, perhaps even change the world. I wonder how many Christians there are who look at him and see a good person, because he is so good that he may even deceive the elect. So you have to understand that the Antichrist is a charmer. He uses all the right words to essentially make people like him, to make people feel warm to him, to feel some kind of connection with him, because that's his power, is making people feel connected to him. So he wins their hearts and essentially creates a sense of devotion to him. And the Antichrist army, as I mentioned in my last video, is being built via the media, and it's essentially rallying all the young people and turning them slowly to the dark side, to an appreciation, an interest, a love of the dark side, rather than the light, rather than the purity of the light and goodness and truth. It's veering them off to the dark side, so that when the Antichrist finally reveals himself as being a man of darkness, then his army will be like, yes, this man speaks our language. This is the man we've been waiting for. He's not like the rest. He's not one of these do-gooders or one of these men who wants to show off his own goodness. He's not ashamed that his heart is aligned with the darkness. He's proud of it, and he's our leader. He's our king. And so the media is currently making the young people desire the darkness, have an interest in the occult, in Satanism. You can see all this in my playlist called Evidence Videos. If you look at that playlist, Evidence Videos, you can see exactly how the media is selling Satanism and darkness to the younger generation and creating an Antichrist army who want a leader who represents the darkness. It sounds insane right now, but this is the plan and this is unfolding before our very eyes. You just have to look at the songs and the TV programs and the books that kids are reading. It's all steering them away into this interest in the occult, into darkness, and ultimately into Satanism, into this idea that the Dark Lord is their leader. The media is trying to encourage people that Christianity is about oppression and control, and that Satanism is about liberation and freedom and self-expression. So it's turning the tables to what we all know is right and wrong, turning it around so that wrong becomes right. So that's all occurring right now, and the Antichrist is rising into a position of power, and it won't be long. It won't be long. It'll be quicker than you think that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will approach his position of power, approach the American presidency. And he is approaching the American presidency. All the information is there, and if you don't believe me, if you think that I'm just speculating, like everybody else is speculating about the identity of the Antichrist, then click the video in the description of this one. It's called Proof that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the Antichrist. Click that video, listen to what I've got to say, and look at all the evidence that I display in that video. Because I promised you, this is not speculation. I'm trying to warn you that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the Antichrist. But perhaps it's enough for me to put this information out there. Perhaps once my voice, my face is on the internet, revealing him, speaking out and announcing that this man is the Antichrist, and there's no one else doing this. Look on YouTube, see if you can find another video that is accusing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson of being the Antichrist, because you won't find one. Guarantee you. So once, as I'm sure God will assist for this video to reach more people, and this message to reach more people, to help people open their eyes and to see that this man is a deceiver, a charmer, a politician who wants to be seen as the nicest man in the world, so that everyone loves him, everyone wants him to be their leader, so that he will ascend to power as the American president, which will, or hopefully it won't, but it seems that this will occur much sooner than everyone is expecting it to occur. God help us if that is the case, but the reason I'm making these videos is to make sure that it doesn't occur. So, as I said, all that's needed is to shine a light, and that's what I'm doing with these videos. I'm shining a light on the deceiver, the one who is hiding behind his mask of niceness, friendliness, of politeness, of goodness, this mask, this veil. I'm shining a light on him so that you can look in his direction and really see through that mask and see, hang on a second, this guy's acting. And once Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson realizes that everyone is scrutinizing him to see if he's being genuine, to see if he's being real, once he realizes he's being scrutinized, then the cracks will appear. Because once a liar knows that everyone suspects him of being a liar, they start to panic. Liars start to panic when they start getting found out, and they make mistakes. They say stupid things. They put their foot in it. And this is, I believe, this is what's going to happen to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. When more and more of us start analysing him and really shining a spotlight on him, putting the magnifying glass over him and seeing, is this man really for real? Is he genuine, or is he an actor? Then the inevitable will happen, and the cracks will appear, and his mask will fall, and he will be revealed for who he truly is, the planned Antichrist. You know, I want to be careful of not repeating myself from all the things I say in the other videos, but there's some things I need to repeat. One of them is that his film Black Adam is the Antichrist story. Black Adam's a story of a man who rises from oppression, rises from slavery, and he becomes kind of a dark leader, a ruthless, brutal leader who will protect those who don't come up against him. He'll protect them. But anyone who rises up against him, he will destroy them ruthlessly and with no mercy. And Black Adam is the story of the Antichrist. And Black Adam, the character Black Adam, is known as the Man in Black. But in a lot of Dwayne Johnson's interviews, he refers to himself as the Man in Black. He says, from the Man in Black, I'll see you next time, or from the Man in Black, blah, blah, blah. So he's referring to himself as the Man in Black. Whereas in the film, Black Adam is the Man in Black. So he's blurring the lines, because the character of Black Adam is the Antichrist character who rules over the world and brings in this reign of darkness and misery and oppression, where truth has no hope, where love, true love and power, the power of God and the light of God has no hope. And that's what people are being conditioned to see, to perceive, to expect when he ascends to power. He's blurring the lines and merging himself with Black Adam, so that people feel that this is what's going to happen with Dwayne Johnson in power. And the other thing some things are a little bit, how can I put this? May sound a little bit bizarre. So you can watch my other videos if you want to hear some of the more bizarre things that Dwayne Johnson is doing, and what will happen when the Antichrist. I've got to say this, that in the end times, we are in the end times. The Antichrist, the Antichrist, will be an embodiment of Lucifer. Lucifer himself will be present on the planet during the end times in the body of a human being. That man is the Antichrist. The Antichrist is an embodiment of Lucifer. And you have to remember that Lucifer is an angel, a powerful angel, a very real angel. And he needs a human body to be on this planet. So what kind of body do you think Lucifer would take? Do you think it would be some skinny old man like Barack Obama, or Tony Blair, Joe Biden, or someone like Donald Trump? Or do you think Lucifer would need a fine, strong, impressive, powerful specimen of a body to be present here on earth? And of course, the latter is true. And I believe that is exactly why Dwayne Johnson has created this phenomenal physique, is because he will be housing the power of Lucifer. He will be embodied. Lucifer will be embodied in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is the Antichrist. I'm going to keep asserting this because I know it's true. And of course people will say, well, you think it's true. You just think like everybody else thinks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to be persistent about this. But I promise you, I know that this is true. I know that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the Antichrist, the man of lawlessness, the man of sin, the son of perdition, whatever you want to call him. He is the man, and he is worming his way into the hearts of the world. So he's adored by millions, billions of people, which is already the case. He has over 300 million followers on Instagram. The comments on his videos, on his Instagram posts, are just almost like, they're like worship. Like, oh, we love you, you're so good, you're a great guy. And he puts all these videos on his Instagram profile of him doing kind things, like buying a house for someone, giving them a car, showing up at a school for the school kids. And of course it looks great. He looks like the kindest man in the world because he's doing all these things. Please realize this is propaganda. A very clever man, if he wanted to be super popular, he would do all these things. He would appear to be such a kind man who will turn up at this school for disabled children, or send a message to these people who are having a hard time, or buy a house for this person. Everything he does and says is propaganda, it's politics, so that people fall in love with him. Have you fallen in love with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Do you feel protective and defensive at my suggestion that he is the Antichrist? If you do, then listen to what I've said. Go and analyze him. Go and analyze. Question, is he really, really genuine? Or is he a politician? Because I think if you look closely enough, you will see that he's acting. I can tell when someone's acting. When I was a young boy, I was always telling lies. I was lying all the time. I was like an expert liar when I was a young boy. And now I can spot someone who's lying from a mile away. I can see it in their face, I can see it in their eyes. And I look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I watch his speeches, I listen to what he's saying, I listen to the clever hypnotic language he uses. He uses clever communication techniques, psychological techniques, hypnotic techniques, NLP. He uses very clever techniques to get people feeling, thinking about him in a certain way, and to get him on their side. I'm going to keep making videos about this man, so stay tuned, and I'm going to be analysing some of his speeches on Instagram, and so that you can see what I'm talking about. Anyway, for now I'll stop here because I've said all I need to say. But look out for the next video. And by the way, you've got to look at the video in the description, which is proof that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the Antichrist, because there's a lot of visual proof in there. And I think it'll be obvious. So please, consider what I've said. Keep your mind open, because I might be right. I mean, I know I'm right. But from your perspective, I might just be right. And if I am, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is moving closer and closer and closer to being the American president, then this is a serious situation. So I'll keep shining the light. Please shine your light. And if you come to the realization that I am correct, please make videos about it. Warn people, because he is very, very popular. And I believe we can do something about that once people start opening their eyes and seeing through the mask, his deceptive mask of goodness and kindness and love, decency. So, thanks for watching this video. I wish you well, and God bless you.